Hello Aries, here's a reading for you for May 2017. As you can see, I've already laid out the cards, so I know what's going on. And I have to tell you, you have a very powerful reading, but it's really difficult. And I'm sorry to say it, but that's what it says. And my heart is heavy after I read this in Polish, because I feel I really know what's going on, and of course it won't resonate with all of you, and I hope it won't resonate with many of you, because it's really hard what's going on here. Right? It's not very welcoming. I know it, but that's how it is this month. Right at the center of your reading, you have the Alchemist, which is the number 1 major arcana card. A person that can do anything and everything because nobody told him that he cannot. He's right at the beginning of the great journey after the fall, and he connects with the universe. You see the infinity symbol above his head, and he does what he will on earth, having what he has, and he has everything he needs. He has the wand, he has the sword, the pentacle, and the chalice. So he takes what he has, whatever it is, and he's just doing what he wants with it, right? So this is a very powerful card, a card of manifestation in life, manifestation of your will. And together with the card of your present, that is 3 of Pentacles, that is great work. That is something you do and you're appreciated and you're noticed, and you are also happy with yourself while doing it. And it may be your work, or your hobby, your passion, and you do it and you do it well. So together with the Alchemist, it's a very powerful combination, enabling you to really manifest what you want in your life. Especially that as your shadow card is the theme undercurrent theme of this reading. You have this Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is really a woman that precisely knows what she wants, and she just goes for it. She's just like a powerful machine going towards it and doing what she wants. And she's also very aware of who she is and how powerful she is. Very sexy, very determined, also very aware of the world around her. Warm, nourishing, fiery, passionate. All the beautiful and powerful things together with this Alchemist and 3 of Pentacles. So when I saw this, I was absolutely happy with you, because it seemed you will bring something beautiful to the world. Now I see the card underneath, that is Princess of Cups. There's something surprising about your feelings here. Something catching you. She's really astonished with this fish. She didn't expect it to be here, but here it is. So this is the undercurrent of the undercurrent. You know what you want, but you don't know everything. There's something you don't know about. You don't realize it. And then the story begins. When I was shuffling, when I was cutting the deck, this card really wanted to stay on the table, and it's 5 of Wands. And I feel this is the power against your will, something against your will, or many different currents of energy within you, different opposing forces within you that you You think you know what you want, but really there's some chaos here, a lack of one stream of energy, but opposing energies that fight with each other and influence each other and interfere with each other. So there's not one stream of energy flowing like it should, but there are many different energies fighting. There's a fight within you. You can experience it as opposing forces from the outer world, but they are usually only mirroring what's within us. That's why I put it across the alchemist that this power of will cannot be revealed in full bloom. Where you're coming from is death, so profound transformation taking place for some time, perhaps. And perhaps you're right in the end of this, and you feel that something has changed within you, something transformed, you transformed into something else, someone else. It probably took some time, several months, perhaps even years, and it's still influencing your life, but it's like you're going out of it. You feel that perhaps you changed enough to leave it behind, because it's in the past, so this is where you're coming from. And that's the prelude of the story, because in your challenge position or your weakness you have the devil, so restriction of some kind, being in prison or imprisoned, perhaps even by yourself. And perhaps you want to set yourself free from this. I feel it, that this will of yours is really towards freeing yourself from it. Of course, it's very much, also this card is very much about our shadow side, what we are not very eager to see within ourselves. So this card is also always an invitation to reflect upon what's really imprisoning me, what is my inner restriction, what do I try to control too much, what is my obsession, what tempts me the most, what do I fear also, what am I not aware of, what I don't believe in, why do I feel trapped, but generally what is my shadow. When I understand, when I see my shadow, when I see the shadow within you, within me, I become fuller. I know better who I am. I know better what are my strengths and weaknesses. But here I think it's very much about being imprisoned. And the best path to follow, when I saw this card, I was quite surprised, because it's another trap card. It's another restriction card, and it talks about the restriction in the mind that we really put ourselves into by ourselves. We do it to ourselves. The mind trap is a very dangerous one, and a cunning one, because it's invisible. It's transparent. We very often don't realize we are trapped in it. Initially, I thought that this card encourages you to set yourself free from your mental restrictions, to take off this blindfold, cut those ropes with one of these swords and run away from the tide that is coming. But then when I saw the rest of the reading, I realized that this may be a double trap. A double trap that is very... It's funny because 8 also talks about double control, and this is double prison. So, and this is really hideous, and there's something so wrong about it. I can't even translate it very well. That you think you see the trap, but you don't. I mean, you only see one trap, but there's another one. And what you fight against is this first trap, but you're still in the second one. And you still don't see it. And this is tragic in this reading because it repeats itself. And I will tell you about it. Here, in your strength position, which is, when I see it now, I think it's so dreadful. I can't stand it. I don't know. The terrible thing is here, I rarely have such readings, but here I feel this helplessness. I don't know how to help you, Aries. There is great work to be done here in this situation, requiring a therapy perhaps, really digging deep, because you're double trapped and you don't realize it. No matter how you try to see it, you don't see it. And here in your strength position, you have this 8 of Cups, which is... When I take it separately, it's not that bad, because it means that you are able to leave some things behind. Perhaps not with ease, because this card is never about leaving things easily. This card is also heartache, being discontent, being unhappy, feeling loss. But there's also hope in this card. Like you're in a search for something new, for something better. There's a quest, an element of quest in it, an element of a promise that something better is waiting on the horizon. So you turn your back to these 8 chalices you worked on, but now they are no longer good enough for you. So you turn your back towards them and you follow this vision, this quest, this vision you have perhaps of something better, this calling of the heart. And you do it and you're strong with it. But what you don't see is that it won't bring you the freedom you want. It's like going into another trap. You think you set yourself free, but you're going into another trap. And this is really terrible. I'm really sorry, but this reading is so powerful and obvious, and I can't read it in another way, especially when I saw the last 2 cards. Like, what should you focus on? You should focus on the Tower. And the Tower is destructive force, and here in this reading I also see it as self-destructive force. It's like you should focus on this act of destruction, the destruction of something that imprisons you, because the Tower is a prison. It's too small for you. It no longer helps you live. It only traps you inside. You cannot really live inside of it, so it is destroyed here. And it's abrupt and sudden, not like death. Death is something you can expect, you can prepare for it, you can, feel it and flow with it. and it's long lasting, but this one is sudden and abrupt. But still the cards tell you to focus on it. To focus on the way you destruct something that seems to you is your prison. And you do it. And you do it because you have no problem with, well, you have a problem, but you feel so strong. You are so strong this month. You know what you want. You feel it's good for you. You feel it will set you free. And it will prepare this surface, this earth of yours, to build something new, something better, something more suitable for you. Something working finally. But what comes from this reading very powerfully is that you don't see, you only destroy a surface. And the main trap, the main prison is still intact. And this is what scares me in this reading. That you destroy something and you're sure that this time it will set you free, but it won't. Because it's like a cancer. You cut it off and it grows back. The same. The very same, or even worse. You think you heal yourself, but you're only covering symptoms. You're not healing the cause. You're only working on effect. And you don't know what's the cause. That's the most horrifying thing here. That you're so blindfolded here that you really don't know what's the cause of it. And after destroying the tower, you still don't know. There's the moon here. Because this prison is very, very deep. It is so deep in these dark waters that you haven't seen it yet. And you're not able to reach it and to destroy it because you don't know where to look for. The moon is mystery. It's not seeing properly. It's being lost in shadows, doubts, visions, illusions. It's all about illusion. So it seems you destroy an illusion of a prison, but the real prison, it remains intact because you don't see it. Perhaps you only destroy this outer layer, which is mental, but the inner layer, very deep inside, connected with sexuality, with your body, with material world, with what you think about yourself, with your dark side. This prison remains intact. And it will reappear, it will resurface from these waters again and again and again, no matter how many times you will destroy this. You have to dig deep. You have to dive very deep into your intuition, into your feelings, into your very primal experiences to find this prison and finally set you free, really. And I so wish you to do this, but I feel it's not easy, and I don't think it will happen this month. It's like another scene of destroying something, leaving something behind, something you built. So again, you have to leave something behind and destroy what you've worked on, only to find out that again, it wasn't this. That again, it's not giving you this freedom you want. And this is tragic. But perhaps that's why they want you to witness this destruction very much this month. Perhaps seeing this in its full horror and seeing yourself as the destroyer and seeing this regrowing will make you break at some point, will make you break this veil, will make you finally see what is the real prison here. I asked Druid Tarot deck, where should you focus on? What's the real nature of this prison? What's the area? Where should you search for this prison? And it showed me this. It showed me Two of Cups. It showed me love. Love. Being with another person. Being together and sharing the cup of life. Is that really what's imprisoning you, Aries? Is that what you're so afraid of? That you will lose your freedom when you're with someone else? Sharing life? I feel this is what you're destroying every time and each time here with this tower. You're destroying something beautiful in order to free yourself, and then again you find yourself not free. It's not this. And I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry, but perhaps this experience, when you really experience it with this focus on it, with this awareness of what's going on here, that it's not the real prison you're fighting with. Perhaps when you see it this time, maybe something will change, and I hope for it. And I'm really thinking of ways to help you, but these cards are only showing me this. So it's like they told you you have plenty of work to do still with this. As I said, you have to dive deep. You have to dive very deep to see what's really going on here. I'll take one card from this shamanic healing oracle deck for you, because I think you desperately need healing. Maybe this will tell you something. Burden. Number 10, burden. There's an ant here, and she's carrying a leaf that is so much bigger than she is. Number 10, burden. Many times we take on the stress of those we love and care for. We see it as the ultimate sacrifice. We take on others' burdens to save them the trouble or heartache. Ironically, the way energy and the universe work makes this a very counterproductive way of operating. When we take on the burdens of others, we deny them the ability to learn and grow from their own lessons. We also interfere with divine planning and timing. Never one to be thwarted. Any lessons circumvented will absolutely reappear, sometimes with much more force than what was originally intended. Ask yourself if you or another is taking on troubles and lessons not belonging to them, out of a need to be needed. This stems from the fear that you or they are fundamentally not enough. This is not true. You are created perfect. Your fears and doubts keep you separated from this truth. This is the separation one can feel from Creator. Once you accept and believe you are perfect and worthy, the tendency to make yourself invaluable to others through your help and assistance will go away. Your relationships can then be based on truth and not manipulation. One sentence resonated very much. When we take on the burdens of others, we deny them the ability to learn and grow from their own lessons. When we take on the burdens of others, is that what you think you should do when you share a cup of life with another? Is that imprisoning you? Is that what you fear for? Is that what you escape? Is that what you destroy? Take it some time to resonate, Aries. At this time, I hope it won't resonate with many of you, but I feel it will resonate with some of you, and I know one Aries that this reading is for, definitely. Please check your sun, moon and rising signs. There are other messages there for you. I hope your May will be at least productive. For many of you, I hope it will be happy. You will learn something very important about your life. Please like this film if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you're interested in further messages. And I hope I see you in June. Until then, all the best. Bye bye.